In this video, we will start the discussions on the week 4 process modeling unit. In particular, this week we will still discuss a steady-state law models, but we will go into nonlinear equation, how to solve the nonlinear equation. Let's consider first the one-dimensional nonlinear problem. In here, basically the problem are represented by finding the root of a single nonlinear equation in one unknown. As an example, these equations in here give the heat capacity of the carbon dioxide as a function of temperature. And let's say if we want to determine the temperature that yields a value of the heat capacity of 1 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin, then we need to basically solve these equations in here, or finding the temperature at which this F will be equal to 0. So if I put Cp equal to 1, then 1.716 minus 4.257 times 10 minus 60 minus 15.04 divided by the square root of t. So then this one can be 0. Then this one 1.716 minus 1 minus 4.257 times 10 raised to minus 6t minus 15.04 divided by the square root of t. Then this 1.716 minus 1 will be equal to 0.716, which is what we get in here. Okay. There are several methods that can be used to solve this problem. The first one is the half interval, or something that we call a bisection method. The second one is linear inverse interpolations, or what we call regular falsi. The third one is the direct substitutions, and the fourth one is Newton method. Okay, let's go into the half interval or the bisection method. This one is basically a straightforward method because it doesn't involve a derivative, and also it doesn't involve a derivative as well, solving a derivative. It works by halving the interval of uncertainty. So if you want to find the value at which fx is equal 0, or the value of x at which fx is equal 0, then you will have to have an initial guess A and B, and they have to have they have to give you a function value that has a different sign. Okay, so what are the steps? This is a systematic trial and error solution. So you choose a points A and B such that the functions of fa has a different sign with the functions of fb. So if fa is minus, then fb should be positive, or if fa is positive, then fb should be negative. Then only the midpoint can be 0. Okay, I mean 0 has to be in between those two points basically. Okay, and then you basically halve again a and b, and then check the value of the functions. And if the functions is positive, then that will replace the point at which the previous step is positive. If it is negative, then it will replace the previous value at which the functions is negative. Okay, and this keep on repeat again until it's very close to 0. Okay, and using this bisection, it's the interval of containing the root will decrease by a factor of 2 in each iteration. So the illustration of the step is given in here, where for example we have these functions that has this trend. Okay, let's say if you take in here is 50, and then you take in here is around 200, then this one has a positive value, this one has a negative value, and then you get the half of that, around 125 or say, then this one is a negative value, so it will replace the previous XL. Okay, and this one keep on going and going and going until it's become very close to 0. And in here it's given the example of the how you carry out the half interval bisections for that original problem of finding the value at which the heat capacity should be equal to 1. Okay, the details it's given in the additional materials. Okay, let's go into that additional materials. So you can see in here for this particular function, let's say we take 400 in the beginning and we take 600. Then we calculate the value, the functions of the FA, which is one is negative, the other one is positive in here. Then we take C as the A plus B divided by 2, 500. Then we calculate the functions of FC, this one is positive. So, meaning that this 500 will replace the 601. So this basically will go into this. Okay, then we put in 400 in here, we put in 500 as the new B. And then we calculate the value of FA, the value of FB, and then we half again. 400 plus 500 divided by 2, you get 450, and then you calculate the value, the function's value of 450, and you get this one is a positive again. So meaning that 450 will replace 500. So this will go back here again. Okay, and basically we keep on continuing this one. So 400 in here, then 450, and then we calculate the halfway between 400 and 450, which is 425. Then we get negative. So this, since this one is negative, then this 425 will replace the previous A value. Okay, and so on and so on. Okay, so after 7 iterations, for example, we will get I think around 440 something. Okay, then I shall go back into the slides again. Okay, so that's basically how we do the bisection method. MATLAB has a function F0 which perform the bisection algorithm. Okay, or we can use the M file bisect, which uses F0 to calculate the root for this heat capacity example. Okay, in here we need to create firstly the functions first. This function in here has an input of t, and it will return the value of the function. Okay, in here we use initial guess of 400 and then a value of F0, and then we put in the function with the initial value in here. Then we will get the result should be equal to 443.5712. In the concepts that I shown you, actually you need two values of 400 and 600, and F0 in here is actually a toolbox of the MATLAB that it has been basically developed such that it only requires one initial guess. But in reality, if you are really using a strict bisection method, then you need two initial guesses that have a different sign of a function value. Then we move on into the next method, the linear inverse interpolation or the regular falsi. This is similar to the bisection method, except that the new estimate of the root is shown below by linear interpolation between the points BFB and AFA. So you can use a principle of similar triangles. You can see that in here we have a similar triangle, like this one, and then in here. So C minus A will refer to this length in here, and then B minus C will refer to this length in here. Okay, and then we divide by this side in here, which is this one supposed to be FB minus 0, and then this side in here will be 0 minus FA. If say that we want to keep all these four value to be positive. Okay, if we solve for C, then we will get this value in here. So if I derive it a little bit in here, then I can based on this one, then it C minus A multiplied by FB will be equal to B minus C multiplied by minus FA. And then this one is CFB minus AFB will be equal to minus BFA plus CFA. CFB minus CFA. I'm using two different A. I just revised this one. Is equal A FB minus B FA C FB minus FA will be equal to AFB minus BFA. So C will be equal to AFB minus BFA divided by FB minus FA. Okay, so that's how you get this particular formula in here. Then we use the same way, except the way that we find the C is different with this regular falsi. Okay, let me show you in the notes in here. So if you see in the bottom side of this one, you start with the two initial guess. They have to have a different value. Okay, this one and this one. And then C in here, instead of dividing by 2, you need to use this formula in here to calculate. And then since this 455.5 has a function of positive, then this will replace the previous B. Okay, and then we continue again with this 444.5, and this one is positive again, so this will replace B again. And then since this next value is also positive again, then this will replace the B again. Okay, so that basically give you a bit of hints into the bisections and the linear falsi. Okay, I go back here again. Then the next one is basically shown how we use a MATLAB M file regfols to determine the root of the of this heat capacity problem. We have for input 1, 2, 3. We have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first one is the function. A is the initial guess on and A and B is the initial guess that has a different function value. This one is tolerance and this one is max. Okay. Margin in here refers to the number of argument input. If the number of argument input is less than 4, so you only put in 3, then this will set up the tol and max. If your number of argument input is 4, so it will set up the max value. Okay, and what in here is basically just showing a logic into the iteration, because this use while, and then this FB in here will do the function evaluations at a value of B. This one FA will do a function evaluation at A. Okay, and then this C in here is basically the formula for the regular falsi, and then this will calculate the function value of C. And then this one is basically just doing the logic to basically replace. If the C has the same sign with FA, then it will replace the previous A with C. If otherwise, it will replace B. Okay, and if the absolute value of this one already less than the tolerance, then the loop will be broken. Okay, then if we use this regfols in here, the answers will be exactly the same with the bisection method. With this, I stop this part of the video and we'll continue in the next video. Thank you.